Okay, to solve this equation, we first have to factor all of the denominators. Notice that this denominator doesn't factor, because we'd be looking for two numbers whose product is 9 and that add up to 3. So that doesn't factor. This is the difference of two cubes, notice. X cubed minus 3 cubed. So that follows the difference of cubes factorization formula, so it's x minus 3 times x squared plus 3x plus 3 times 3 is 9. And notice that this factor appears in the denominator over there as well. So if we replace the x cubed minus 3 with its factorization down here, so it's x minus 3 times x squared plus 3z plus 9. Then you can see what we need to multiply both sides of this equation by in order to cancel out all of those denominators. It's this product in this denominator. That will cancel out every denominator. So we'll multiply every term in the equation by z minus 3 times z squared plus 3z plus 9. And this expression is going to be distributed now through to each term in the entire equation. And what we end up with here is the z minus 3's cancel out. So we're left with 1 times z squared plus 3z plus 9. So that's z squared plus 3z plus 9. Then minus. And notice here the entire product cancels, leaving only a 3. On the right side of the equal sign, this cancels out, the quadratic factor cancels out, so we're just left with z plus 1 times z minus 3. And this equals z squared. Then you have minus 3z plus 1z for the middle terms. Negative 3z plus 1z is negative 2z. And 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. On the left side we have z squared plus 3z plus 6, adding 9 minus 3. Now we can get rid of the quadratic factor by simply subtracting z squared from each side of the equation. And now what's left is a linear equation. So we want to get all the z's together on one side. So I'm going to add 2 z's to both sides. That brings all the z's to the left, so we want to get rid of this 6 by subtracting it from both sides. So what we end up with is 5z is equal to negative 9. And if I divide both sides by 5, the 5's cancel. So we're left with z is equal to negative 9/5. That's our solution for this rational equation. And notice that it doesn't make any of the denominators equal to 0 in the original equation. Only z equals 3 would be a problem. And that isn't 3. So it's a valid solution.